Hello, welcome to another immigration art video. My name is Art Serratelli, and together with Mara Mijal, the two of us, we run the immigration law firm of Serratelli Mijal, PLLC. At our law firm, we focus exclusively on business immigration law and family immigration law. We can help you with citizenship too. But if you have any questions, even if it involves something beyond what I just said, ask us. Send us an email. Because if you've got a question, we'll have an answer. All right. The topic of today's video is the basics. What's the difference between consular processing to get an immigration status and simply just having an immigration status if you're in the United States? The way to start is give you a framework. We're going to define a few things. Number one, what the heck is status? Number two, how the heck do you get status? What's a visa got to do with status? If I'm in the USA, how do I get status? We'll discuss the role of consular processing using a visa and changing status inside America using just a bunch of paper. We'll discuss some change of status consular processing basics. Basic ideas that will permeate this entire very sophisticated high-class presentation, okay? Idea, concept number one. We have a system where we don't give out random stuff anywhere on earth. We have rules. The rules are you gotta be inside or outside America when you ask for something, period. Here is a map of the United States. The map was supposed to be drawn by our graphics department, but they're out on strike. But you know, on second thought, Virginia is a right-to-work state. The graphics department is located in Virginia. They have no right to strike. There's no union. I just think that these people don't want to work on a weekend. If you're inside, don't be starting some process inside and then leave in the middle. Don't do that. So here are the rules. If you're inside America, we don't hand out visas here. You don't get a visa inside America. Where do you get a visa? Outside America. Where outside America? At the United States consulate. So if you're inside America, what do we do? Well, we change your status. How? You go to immigration. The USCIS will change your status inside America by giving you paperwork showing your approved new status. And here is my rendition of what the graphics design department should have created, except that they're lazy. The status is what your purpose is when you're inside America. That's the basic concept. Inside America, outside America. Where the heck are you? So if you're outside America, you got a consular process. What? Here's how it goes. You're outside America, you ask to approve you for a status. They send the approval paperwork to you in your home country. You take it to the United States consulate. You go to the consulate with the paperwork from America and you say, hey, guy at the consulate, USCIS in America approved me for my eligibility to get a work visa status, an H-1B. You go to the consulate, he looks at the papers from immigration, and he says, okay, let's consular process you a visa. The visa will say H on it. Did he just give you, when you get the visa, do you have the status now? No, because you don't have a status unless you're in America. Inside, outside, inside, outside. If you're inside, your status is what your purpose for being inside is all about. If you're outside, you can't have a status by definition because you're outside. The status is what you're doing inside. So at the consulate, when you consular process for a visa, the visa is not your status. The visa is your ticket. Did you ever hear somebody say your visa is the ticket to get to the border, and then you show your ticket at the door at the border, and then they take your ticket and they let you in the movie house to see the movie? Did you ever hear that? Or the key, the visa is the key, you open the door, blah, 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 blah. All that means is the visa from the consulate, which you obtain through consular processing, is nothing more than your ticket to get to the border to then ask for the status. The visa shows that the United States consulate approved you for eligibility to get the status. Consular process the visa, that's your ticket to get to the border, and who gives you the status? The guy who looks half dead, half asleep at the window. He's the guy. And that guy looks at the visa, says to himself, oh, you want to come in here as an H. The consulate said you're eligible for the H. The visa is evidence that they said you're eligible for the H. So I'm going to let you in. Once he lets you in and he stamps your visa, runs it through the machine, and writes in your passport what your status is, and when you entered with that status, the guy at the border is the most important person in the process. He lets you in. So when you're inside America, choice A is changing your status inside the United States. And choice B on the map is to leave the United States, leave your status behind that you got at the border, and consular processing a new visa for an updated status. You're in America, you have F1 status, you graduate, you have a bachelor's degree, you get a job on OPT, optional practical training, you're still a student, the company loves you, they put you in line for an H-1B, and you get one. Aha! Where did they put you in line? Where did they apply using paperwork to get you the H-1B status? They applied to American immigration, the USCIS in America. Where does every H-1B case start, no matter where on earth you are located? In this example, coincidentally, it just so happens you're already in America. But where does the paperwork go? The USCIS inside America. What if you were waiting? Just pretend you were home and you had your company in America apply for your H-1B. Where would you be? In your home country with your family? You could be anywhere on earth. I don't care. But all the H-1Bs start in America. Just like your I-20 the school gave you in the other example. You took to the embassy the I-20 paperwork to get the student visa. Where did that paper come from? The I-20 came from inside America. All the paperwork normally comes inside America, and then it gets to you wherever you are, and then you do with it whatever makes sense for where you're located, inside or outside America, inside or outside. So in this example, you're inside, you're working, the company puts you in line for a H-1B, the Immigration Service in America approves it, and what do? They don't give you a visa. You don't need a visa. You're already here. You don't need to get permission from the guy at the border to get the H-1B status. You're already inside. So now you got a piece of paper from immigration. Guess what it is? It's a new I-94 entry record, which simply updates your old one that we printed out from the computer that showed you were an F1. And the new piece of paper, upon approval of your H, it gives you a new I-94 record, which updates your F status, and it shows that subsequently you came in and changed it to an H, an H-1B. All right. That process I just described inside America, that's changing your status. You got a new status inside America from the USCIS, and you did not go get a visa. You changed your status inside America, and you never left ever to go to the United States consulate in your home country to get a new visa. You don't have in fact, you don't have an H-1B visa. Now, let's talk about consular processing in the same example. In your passport, you have an old or an expired F1 visa. In your passport, you have an F1 visa. That's how you got in the first place. Now, you have a new I-94 record from the H-1B people inside America saying, hello, world, this person changed their status inside America. The status they got when they entered with a visa, F1, is now changed. They did not leave America to get another visa, meaning they didn't leave America to get an H-1B visa. That's a headache. As a courtesy, we let them change their status on paper from F to H. But now you want to go home because it's summertime, you have a couple of weeks off of work, and you want to see everybody from your hometown. You leave America. Aha! Now you're not here anymore. What's your purpose for being here? That's a dumb question. You have no purpose because you're not here. You're on an airplane going home to see your family. When you see your family, it's summer and you're home having fun. What's your status in America? You don't have one. Because you're not here. Do you think now you could just get on an airplane and come back? No. Why? Because you got no visa to show at the border. What? Remember, you ain't getting in unless you can prove to the guy at the border you have a purpose for coming here. Your purpose for coming here now is to work as an H-1B. What's your proof of that? You don't have any. To get back in, you need a visa. Why? Because I'm the guy at the border, and all I do is look at visas. You show me a visa or get lost. Get lost. So, before you get on the airplane after your 2-week vacation, and after your 2-week vacation, all you got is that expired or very old F1 visa, your F1 visa, if it's expired or if it's F1 period, you ain't coming back as an H1B. You gotta get a new visa. And what's this visa got to say on it? H1B. You consular process your request. This is a trick question. The answer should be, tell me, do they give you status at the embassy? Do you leave with H1B status? No. You leave with an H1B visa. What's the visa proof of? The embassy approves your ability to get an H. What do you do with that fancy visa? You take it back to the border. Where is it? It's in your passport. You show it to the guy at the border. You go to the window. Excuse me, sir. Knock, knock. Are you dead? Are you deceased? And he says, no. I was asleep. No. And then you say to the guy, here's my passport. There's the visa. And he looks at it and he goes, oh, H1B. Where you working? How you like your job? How's it? What do you do? Let me see. You got any other papers? And you might show him your H1B approval notice. You might show them the application. They might not have any interest in looking at any paper. Maybe they look at the visa and they ask you, how do you like your job? Whatever. They let you in. Now, when the guy at the border stamps your passport and does this with your passport through the machine and writes in there that you're entered as an H1B, what did he just do? He gave you the status. That's what he did. Did that make any sense at all? If no, it made no sense, you understand it. If that makes sense to you, then you're out of your mind, because that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Is that a lot of nonsense? Is that a lot of hoopla? Is that a stupid Rube Goldberg crazy quilt of running through an obstacle course? Why can't they make this simple? But if you have any questions, ask us. Send us an email. You could even send me a text. And we will answer your question, because if you've got a question, we'll have an answer.